Okay, so we've had a lot of questions on the Nomad for good reason. It's hard to quantify what this can do. Right now, I have a couple things in the lid. This is a long hunter lid. I've got a back pouch right here. Behind that, I've got belt pouches, a medium and a large. You know, two wings of the Nomad. The bottom of this is empty. It's been asked about, the bottom of this was designed to take a pod. You have 4 attachment points here and here, 2 each. You can attach a pod if you want to make it like a transformer. Basically, if you don't want to run a big bag in the middle bag, you can do it like I did and have multiple options. Pod would fit right here. You do have to squish it around the pockets a little, but a 15-degree sleeping bag fits very easily. So you can do that, yes, and that's what it was designed for. The grab, it would go over it. As far as the internal, we went over the size of the wings being 1,200 cubic inches per zippered pocket. There's inside sleeves we cubed them this morning, about 800, I guess, to 1,000. They're 800 cubic inches, the sleeves. We didn't talk a whole lot about those because it's usable space, but if you fill the middle of this up, so you have a camp bag 4,800 cubic inches between the wings, and then you stuff every pocket full of the wings, it'll work. You can run it all day long, but it does get excessively wide, obviously, because just sheer geometry, there's no way to get around that. So the idea of the sleeves and the wings, you can run any load and have a water bladder in there, but it's for day hunting to add extra cubic inches. We could call this Nomad, when it's standalone, a lot bigger cubic inches when it's in day hunt mode. It's definitely bigger than 2,400 cubic inches, but there's sleeves, and when you add a lot of stuff in the middle, they do get wide. Now, having said that, with a back pouch, belt pouches, standard Kafaru, meat baggie like you have here, yeah, it's not a problem when they're stuffed. It doesn't get really wide. So either way, you can do it. It does make it a lot wider than, it could be the wings are almost sticking, at an angle like this by the time you're done if the middle of this is full. The other question was running 2 different sized bags in here. You could run 2 camp bags and fill them both small. The best thing to do would be run 2 pods. Don't run a camp bag. Run a dry sack of your own or a stuff sack from, whoever. Sea to Summit for your sleeping bag at the bottom, and then run a pod above it or a back pouch. You can really customize this however you want, and you don't have to use everything that we have, or design. Let's say you want to run a Sea to Summit sack you already have for your sleeping bag, like I said a minute ago. Well, yeah, just run it down there. It's not that difficult to attach it where it won't come off the frame. So just a little Q&A we're doing right now, and to answer some of the questions. The next video, I'm going to unload this so you guys can see what's in there and go over a few things with that.